There can be a lot of classes and identifications of mental pains, but some mental pains are actually more demonic rather than a sickness to the mental. When you are mentally feeling pain about someone or about financial matters, always remember that this inner voice is just with itself for its own interests and deep negative-rooted beliefs. Remember that this pain does not and will never care about you. It is there to hunt you down and make you its own puppet slave. Of course, there are real mental pains, such as mental disorders like schizophrenia and related illusionary disorders. But what we are dealing with here is that most of our mental pains and thoughts are not actually sickness, but legit demons attacking your inner peace and forcing you to do things that you will never want to be done upon you. But you do it anyway because you trust the inner demons. A mental pain about missing someone or wishing to be with someone or gaining money is a total attack upon your consciousness. This symptom is a sign that the demonic energies are surrounding you, and you must stand your ground and shield yourself as soon as possible before these demons win the battle against you, which sometimes they can if you put yourself lower than them. In a day, you can see there are a lot of these proxy attacks that can mentally crush you down and drain you. Understand this. Anytime you disobey your highest mental well-being and goodness, you lay the path open for the evils to crawl inside your inner tomb. These mental attacks can be frequent in a day, or they can be none. They can change from day-to-day living, but always remember that every single individual on this earth has the same mental battleground experience as you. So always be kind and forgive the things that are small in scale and the things that do not really matter to the overall well-being of humanity and good deeds of the universe. One way our inner demons resist conflict resolution is by instilling a fear of change. Conflict resolution often requires us to step out of our comfort zones, adapt to new situations, and alter our behaviors. Our inner demons thrive on familiarity and resist change at all costs, making it challenging to embrace conflict resolution as a means of personal growth. Our inner demons are closely tied to our big egos. When conflicts arise, our big egos can be bruised as we confront our mistakes, flaws, or the need to compromise. The inner demon will do everything it can to protect our big negative ego, even if it means avoiding conflict resolution altogether. It feeds on our insecurities and the desire to maintain a positive self-image. Inner demons prioritize short-term gratification over long-term benefits. Resolving conflicts often requires patience and delayed rewards. Inner demons crave immediate satisfaction and can persuade us to give in to our impulses, resulting in the perpetuation of conflicts rather than their resolution. Conflict resolution often demands vulnerability, honesty, and emotional openness. Our inner demons despise vulnerability because it makes us feel exposed and uncomfortable. They convince us that avoiding conflict is the safer option, even if it ultimately destroys our personal growth and relationships. Also about dramas, inner demons thrive on drama and chaos. They enjoy seeing conflicts escalate because it provides them with a sense of excitement and significance. This can lead to a subconscious desire to perpetuate conflicts rather than resolve them, as they fuel the inner demon's need for excitement and attention. The most insidious way our inner demons hinder conflict resolution is through self-sabotage. They whisper self-doubt and negativity in our ears, making us believe we are incapable of resolving conflicts successfully. This self-sabotage can manifest as procrastination, avoidance, or even aggressive behavior that exacerbates conflicts. This inner voice demands you to lift up your big ego even more than it has been lifted and enlarge it forevermore. And never lower yourself down to resolve conflicts. The inner demon within whispers, "Oh, how you let yourself be this weak. Do not weaken yourself. Let them fight. If you resolve, they will think you are weak." Our inner landscapes, often concealed in the depths of our psyche, can be running with repetitive and repeating patterns that can manifest as inner demons. These patterns, similar to ruts in a well-worn road, can keep us trapped in a cycle of negative emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. Recognizing and understanding these demonic patterns is the crucial first step towards finding a cure and putting an end to their relentless recurrence. To begin with, it is essential to acknowledge that our inner demons are not entirely mystical or impossible to hunt down. Instead, they are the result of our experiences, thoughts, and emotions weaving a web of habits and reactions over time. This web, like a spider's intricate design, may appear daunting at first, but it is not that scary in actuality. One way to unearth these patterns is through introspection, a simple act of looking within ourselves with curiosity and honesty. This does not require a PhD in psychology, but a willingness to explore our thoughts and emotions with an open heart. Pay attention to recurring thoughts, emotions, or behaviors that make you feel trapped or unhappy. Do you often find yourself reacting to certain situations in a similar way? Are there particular triggers that consistently set off a negative chain of events? Identifying these patterns is like finding footprints left by a persistent creature in the forest of your mind. And there are always patterns to problems, which can make it easier for us to solve these problems. Once identified, the next step is to analyze the origin of these patterns. Demonic patterns are like vines that creep into our consciousness, often taking root in past traumas or negative experiences. It is much needed to dig deep, sometimes with the help of a trusted friend or an honest therapist, to unearth the underlying causes. Understanding why these patterns exist can shed light on how to break free from their grip. Let us analyze a problem that contains a pattern. 1. I hit my cat. 2. My cat screams. 3. I hate screaming. Therefore, I cry. The main problem in this situation for me. I hate it when cats scream. But in actuality, there was a clear pattern. It is not that you hate cats screaming. It is that you are making this happen daily. And the failure to recognize the pattern leads you to repeating it, and thus making you even more miserable.